Bringing on the patch, and our caller right about now. Welcome to the gallery.
Hello, hello.
Hello, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm good.
So introduce yourself to everybody that's out there listening.
I'm Puji. I'm a rapper from New York, based in Syracuse. Mostly do like lo-fi and like trap type music, and I'm also a producer.
So the tracks that you basically rap when you produce yourself.
Oh no, that one my friend Patchface actually made for me.
Nice. How long have you been doing music in general, whether it's been rapping or producing?
Since I was like 10, I guess. Like I made a song with my cousin in Montreal, and that was my first song. I was like 10 years old.
Since you were 10 years old. So I'm going to guess you're in your 20s. So about 10 years you've been doing this? 10, 15 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we know your mother. She's been on the show quite a few times. So when you're in the studio making music, do you have her in mind when you start cursing and stuff like that?
Oh, boy.
We know how you...
What you say?
No, I said, do you have your mother in mind? She's a friend to the show. She's been here a couple of times. But when you're in the studio rapping, do you have her in mind when you start cursing and talking sexually explicit and stuff like that in your raps?
Not really.
It's never a good thing when a Caribbean person says, "I know your mother." Nothing after that is good. If they tell you they know your mother.
Yeah. So big up to Michelle. She's out there listening to you right now. So you broke a record here in the gallery. We've been doing this looking forward segment. Playing music from up and coming artists for at least 3 years on this show out of about 5 years. And, we have people voting. There's a poll up right now. You have the most votes ever, and the most votes ever by a landslide. Like, how do you feel about that type of success? Like, more than 350 people voted for your song.
It's crazy because I really thought I was gonna lose. So it was like I was just like hyping it up. Mm-hmm. But I would just have to say that's all credit goes to like my friends and family. And my group is called the Ecothots, and they basically like support me. And
hold up. Wait, Ecothots?
Thoughts against
I don't want to say nothing.
Please explain why like, eco thought. I mean, anything eco sounds good, but thought, where does that come in?
And bear in mind, your mother's listening right now.
Yes.
Well, it's a name I made up. It's like more like you're using social media in like a way that isn't really like typical, but it's a environmental awareness group.
I think I get.
But I use like memes and stuff like that, right. So that's why I have like eco thought.
I like it. Is that a hashtag? Can we find all the stuff through that hashtag?
Yeah, you can find that.
Oh, I'm doing that right now.
So just let everybody know where they can find you, where they could get your music. Obviously, you're doing a good job promoting yourself, but for those that have not heard of you before, let them know where they can find your music.
You can find me on Spotify, Puji, Puji, and you can also find me on Instagram, Puji the Greatest. So that's Puji the Greatest. And that's where I put most of my work out.
And you're on Twitter as well, right? You care to let everybody know what your Twitter handle is?
I think this is gonna go downhill from here.
Actually, you can't say that. You can't say it on the air right now. But yes, you can spell it out.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So big up to. So explain the song on 5250. We're gonna get into that song right now, but explain the concept behind the song 5250.
Yeah.
So this song was like a pretty personal song. I made it because I was in the hospital. I had like a panic attack, and when I went to the hospital, they like check to see that if you're like mentally stable at the time, and if they can't find out like the problem that's wrong with you, they like put you on hold, which means they put you on 5250. And Yeah, that means you have to stay in the psych ward for a week.
Right.
So the whole song is about like my experience there, and like the kids that were in there too with me.
Mm-hmm.
They were like kind of messed up in a way. So that's what it's all about.
Right. Yeah, because we see that and I think you brought that out during our Mental Health Awareness Month, but I didn't know it was actually a personal connection. So good thing to know that you made it through that situation, and you're able to talk about it. You're able to live to talk about it, and basically spread that message to everyone in the world about 5250, and and that's a situation. We would like to have you possibly talk about our further in the show. Probably come in, talk about that experience with that, and the whole thing with mental health, because that's something that young people are definitely going through now, and people aren't realizing that. We had the passing of Juice WRLD, a few weeks ago, and there's a lot of things happening with the youth that maybe some of us that are older are not in touch with. So we definitely want to
to bring awareness to that, because I'm looking, so I wanted to look at your Instagram, and you see everyone on Instagram or any social media, and everyone is smiling and happy, and it's a lot of pressure to live up to everyone else's standards, and to go through something like that and to put out music in that area. It kind of lets everyone know that it doesn't matter who you are, that you can always feel like this and have those emotions.
Yeah, like I don't know. I had like a lot of anxiety back then, so I didn't really know how to deal with it as well as I do now. But I was probably in like 9th grade when it happened, and like all the kids that were in there with me, they're like heavily addicted to drugs. This one kid came in on like Klopopins. This other girl, like, she was like obsessed with her boyfriend, and she like wanted to like kill herself and stuff like that. And that was pretty much the situation for the majority of the people there. And I never thought that like people my age could actually feel like that, but that's the way it is.
Yeah, so we definitely want to talk to you further about that. What we're going to do now is get into your song 5250 right now. We definitely thank you for calling in. We know we had to kind of speed things up and actually put you early in the show than we intended, but we have a lot going on tonight. But we definitely thank you for calling in. We appreciate you taking your time. Definitely congratulating you on your win.
Yes, and have a happy New Year.
Yes, and definitely stay out the hospital and just continue to spread the positive message. So once again, we do thank you for calling in. So we're talking to Puji, P-U-J-I, hip-hop artist. So thank you. We're going to get to the song 5250 right now, get into the commercial break, and then we'll be right back with the gallery. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Big up yourself.
Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do this? Catchphrase. Are we gonna do this? 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 Lately I've been stuck in a dream. I've been floating, hoping that someone is gone. Pop me open, I crack and I hesitate. I freeze when I elevate. Toxins in my system, can you please resuscitate? I'm 5250 cause they got a hold on me. Give you the pill to make your mind sunny. Inject you with things, now you ain't the same till you drink a lot of pain. I don't really know, am I trapped inside a cage? I look into your eyes when I wanna fly away. I'm traveling alone and I'm lost in space. When the warrior comes somewhere without half his face. Was he being stupid or was he brave?
I don't know, so far from home. I just wanna be a kid, but my past makes me feel so old. This cage I'm in is just way too cold. Who gon' come take me home? This long, long road. 5250 got me on hold. 5250 got me on hold. 5250 got me on hold.
Are we gonna do this? 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 Less to be desired, I want to be admired. I really thought this was the real way. When I think back, I get guess I was a real slave. If you think about your thoughts and you wanna behave, you not that person that you wanna be. So everyone gon' see you as a wannabe. I see that, I'm finna relapse.
Once again, thank everybody for tuning into the gallery. That's Puji's song called 5250. We thank him for calling in not too long ago. Big up to Puji. And we definitely want to hear more of his story. We do apologize. We kind of had to rush his interview a little bit. Not too much, but not too much. That was the regular time for the interview. We just had to do it in the first hour. But big up to Puji, and we definitely want to have him in the studio talk about his situation a little bit more, and hopefully he could have a message that will be